Hello, everyone. This is Susanna Pueyes, helping you heal your womb with natural solutions. And if you find yourself in severe pain, period pain, any type of pain that's coming from fibroids, PCOS, any type of hormone imbalance that you know of or you may not know of, but for some reason it's getting in the way and affecting your life, then this is the right place for you. So welcome and thank you for joining me. And today I wanted to talk about supplements because the last week I have been cleaning out my inventory of supplements and herbs and things that I use in my work. And I found my pill bottle. See, we get them too. You don't need to be a pharmaceutical rep. So the nutraceutical companies that I used to work with, they give us all kinds of stuff. And I found one that is the Monday through Sunday supplement reminder bottle. And it has inspired me to talk about supplements because we've all been there. We all have them. We've all tried them. We're going to continue trying them. The supplement business is an $8 billion a year business. Okay. It does nothing. It compares nothing to the $420 billion a year pharmaceutical profit, but $8 billion is no chump change either. So something's happening. There is obviously a lot of things happening for an $8 billion a year business to pop up, right? And it's because clearly there are holes in the medical system, and most patients, especially women, are not getting what they feel is serving them. So what do? What we always do is we take it upon ourselves to, control our situation and get ourselves better, and then, share our gifts with the world. And the fact that we have the internet has just exploded the fact that we have so much access to, number one, information, and number two, supplements. And we've all found ourselves there. Have you ever been sitting there contemplating, what the hell is wrong with my body? Why do I not feel good? Why can't my doctor figure it out? My labs look okay, so, they shooed me out. They gave me some birth control pills. Those really haven't worked. And, we've tried changing the dose. We've tried, going into an IUD. Whatever you've tried with the conventional track, nothing's really worked. So you're up here and there late at night, especially when things get really, really bad. You're researching your condition. You're researching, what can I do? What can I do? Because there are things you can do because you intuitively know that something's off and you need to fix it. And so we're up at night researching, and you come across an article about your hormone imbalance. And maybe you've read some tips on a medical journal or a blog, whatever it is. Hey, yeah, that's me. Period pain. I have clots. I have crazy amount of bleeding. Yeah. And so try this, try some turmeric, try some ginger is really good for cramps, try some magnesium for stress. It's all out there. And so what do? Instinctually, we go, hell yeah, this is going to help us. So we click on the link and we buy it on Amazon, or if you're more like me and tactile, you take your ass to the store and you go and search and you want to read all the bottles. So there you are in 3 aisles of supplements at Whole Foods or Sprouts or whatever natural food store is in your area. And you're sitting there already overwhelmed. So today I wanted to touch on some misconceptions about supplements. And the number one is they are not simple. They are not a simple solution. Just because you don't need a prescription and you found it online doesn't mean that they're simple. If you have a diagnosis like endometriosis and you've been suffering since you were 12 and now you're 30 and trying to have a baby, one bottle of turmeric or whatever it is that you've read or has been recommended is not going to help. It's not as simple as that. It's very overwhelming because there are at least 4 body symptoms that need to be balanced out. And unless you know and you're trained how to do that in a strategy, like most practitioners, you're only going to chase symptoms, and that's not going to serve you. So number one, supplements make it seem or have this aura of, this will help you, and it's very simple. Just take this tincture or take this pill. But when you're sitting there in front of the aisle trying to figure out, okay, well, this is the turmeric, so this is what I just read about. You're sitting there, and there you find the turmeric, but then you find about 6 different bottles of turmeric. So you're sitting there like, oh my God, I just thought I was just going to get some turmeric, right? And so now you're looking at like, should I take this one? It's freeze dried. Okay, this one's organic. This one's cold pressed. This one's blessed by a yogi. This one, it's fat soluble or it's water soluble. Which one? So how is that simple? And hopefully along comes the sales associate and says, this one's the most popular, and there you go. That's your solution. That's your ticket. You just take that one because it's the best seller, and you've just trusted a kid that has like no medical background. I'm sure they're a nice person and very smart, but they haven't worked for 10, 20 years clinically treating women. And so it's not a simple solution. What has gone on in your hormones over decades will not be solved by, one little or two or a couple. We'll get into the whole roller coaster of supplements in a minute. Okay. And so number 2, and the big one, is that supplements are not safe, and they're not natural either, unless we are talking herbs like these beautiful, look at these beautiful herbs right here. I don't know if you could see them. This whole tub of herbs. There's like 20 herbs in here. I have like 12 gallons of herbs mixed in there. That's natural, straight from trees, roots, barks, and everything. Okay, so supplements are a little bit different, and herbs are completely a different realm, a different kingdom, all unto itself. But I'm talking about supplements here, conventional supplements. And so supplements are not safe, especially the conventional ones. The more dangerous ones are the ones like from drugstores like CVS, Walgreens, and Costco, and just the generic grocery stores, right? And so they are not safe. Have you ever found yourself taking one of those big old horse pills that you took? It's a multivitamin. It smells terrible, and you take it anyway because it's a has B, C, every vitamin, right? You take it, and within 10 minutes, you feel nauseous, and you're getting cramps in your stomach, or sometimes you even get diarrhea if you don't even throw it up right then and there. That is not because you haven't eaten or anything like that. That is because most conventional vitamins are derived from a chemical called hexane, and that is coal and tar pulling out the petroleum out of the tar. So you're having coal and tar and petroleum. That's what hexane is, and that's what they use to manufacture conventional multivitamins. Doesn't that sound scary to you? That's why you are getting nauseous. That's why you smell it and it smells terrible, and you just take it down. And sometimes they tell you, eat something with it. But no, you're basically, as everybody should be, allergic to coal and tar and petroleum. They're toxic. They are toxic, and people take multivitamins like they're candy. Okay? Supplements, most supplements are synthetic. They're all just man-made. Now, there is a line, a lot of lines that are food-based, and I'll get into those in a minute, but I'm talking about like the synthetic stuff, okay? Most of those are synthetic. They are not natural. They are not safe. They are not safe because they come from a lab, and you need to understand that the manufacturing process, even if it's not a multivitamin, you are extracting something chemically, and you need a lot of chemicals to extract. So there's a lot of gases and toxins. So you absorb all that when they're packaged and filled. When supplements are filled, a lot of it are fillers too. Cellulose is an ingredient. Those are just things to fill up the capsule. So what are you really buying? Well, I have tons of patients that I work with, and I am never surprised anymore. They bring in duffel bags sometimes with pounds of their supplements to me for me to check out. And I'm reading on labels, you know, red number 4, yellow number 40, blue, whatever color of the rainbow, add a number. It's in these vitamins. Milk, MSG, aspartame, and natural and artificial flavors. Now, when you see maltodextrin and natural and artificial flavors, that is MSG. And the same goes in any natural food in the store. If you have anything that says natural flavors, don't buy it. It's MSG. It's a marketing thing. Manufacturers don't have to disclose it, even in organic natural foods. Supplements are the same thing. They are filled with MSG. They are filled with fillers. You really don't know how much you're getting for your money per capsule. And they're, you know, aspartame, you know, that's a video unto itself. If you don't know about aspartame being a neurotoxin as well as MSG being a neurotoxin, and yellow number 6, 5, 4, 3, blue, red, brown, any of that being a cancer-causing substance, these are in your vitamins and your supplements. So read labels or stay away from them. Even the citric acid is corn derived, and believe it or not, a lot of conventional vitamin C that we all reach for and run to the store when we're sick or it's cold and flu season, tons of people take vitamin C. You got to be really, really careful with vitamin C supplements, because the vitamin C, the ascorbic acid, is not, number one, a natural way to take vitamin C. And number 2, it is derived from non-fermented corn. So, you know, corn doesn't have any nutritional value. So I don't know how they came up with extracting vitamin C, but most vitamin C supplements are derived from corn, and you're not going to get really that information unless you know a manufacturer that can really educate you on this. And most consumers are not educated. So most supplements are not safe. Okay. So definitely stay away from multivitamins or any supplements from Costco or, you know, just Ralph's general stuff. And I was going to go into the food-based vitamins, but you know what? In the end, all of them are food-based, right? Why don't you just eat the broccoli? And I'll just leave it at that. So, you know, the third thing I wanted to touch upon is that supplements, not all supplements are manufactured by holistic indie companies. Okay, as much as it may look like an alternative medicine to the pharmaceutical realm and the conventional realm and the corporate realm, buyer beware. And if you're anything like me, if you are a conscious consumer and you've come to the realization that your vote is your power, the way you vote is in your wallet and how you spend your money, then you are a conscious consumer. So if you have any qualms about supporting certain companies and not supporting big corporations or other companies, then this is very important, because supplement companies have been bought out by huge corporations. My colleagues, one of them does a lot of functional medicine, so she carries tons of synthetic supplements, and one of those is pure encapsulations, and she's carried them for years. And we just found out that pure encapsulations has been bought out by Nestle. And if you've gone to any Whole Foods or Sprouts or natural food store, you know Garden of Life, I think it's Garden of Life. Garden of Life supplements has also just been bought by Nestle Corporation. And, you know, these are not, you know, so let's, you know, if you are conscious and don't want to support a big corporation like Nestle, which if you knew the background of the corporation and what they've done to women in third world countries, you may not want to support a company like Nestle or eat their chocolate. And that's why these companies are buying alternative practices and alternative supplements, because a lot of their sales and other stuff are dwindling, like their chocolate sucks and supports slave labor and other things like that. So they buy Blue Bottle coffee, they buy indie brands, and they don't change the labels. So if you're a conscious consumer, you've got to do your research. You've got to know what, if you care that much about it. But just know that these supplements are not as indie as you may think. Okay. And so the other thing that I'd like to bring your attention to is that most supplements are dead on arrival. Okay. So what that means is they're dead on arrival. I work with a lot of women with what they already researched themselves is to find as estrogen dominant conditions. What that means is you are not breaking down the estrogen that you're supposed to. It doesn't mean that you have too much. You're just not breaking it down appropriately, okay? So a lot of women that I start working with, they've already brought me their supplement bottles, and they've already done years of their own research. The average woman tinkers with supplements and herbs or other things on their own, trying to figure out what their doctors can't, because they know something's wrong. The average woman waits about 8 years to get a verified diagnosis or, of a hormonal imbalance, okay, especially with hypothyroidism. So in that 8 years, everybody is sitting there trying to go to the store and doing this model, trying to find information and seeing, will maca work for me? Will turmeric work for me? And so the women I work with are in this level, and a lot of them come in with DIM, okay? DIM helps your liver break down excess estrogen. And if you have a hormonal imbalance, it's not always about estrogen, okay? So if you have DIM or you know about it, DIM blanket, I've talked to many manufacturers, and a lot of them aren't carrying it anymore because it's dead on arrival. DIM is a compound found in cruciferous vegetables. So when you extract it, extracting is it's a hot process. So it's going to kill the active DIM. So you're basically buying a bunch of fillers and wasting your money, and gelatin or whatever, is that capsule's in. So a lot of these vitamins are dead on arrival. And let's go back to, the food-based ones. Like I said, if you're getting your greens or your vitamin C because it's food-based from acerola cherry or something, do you think that the essence of the acerola cherry is going to survive the heating process and the pounding and the delivery, so that the fullness of that cherry to deliver that vitamin C, even if it's food-based, is going to supplement your body as well as eating a cherry off the tree? So a lot of it is marketing. And so I just wanted to bring your attention to a lot of them are dead on arrival, regardless of if they're conventional or if they are food-based, okay? And the thing with supplements in the end is that you cannot pick and choose your symptom and chase the symptom with a certain supplement. And that's the supplemental roller coaster. Like I said, I've already gone into women do this for an average of 8 years, trying to tinker with certain supplements. And what happens is at first they work. Maybe you're having 2-3 weeks of symptom relief, or you're going to the bathroom more, or you're feeling better, or you finally have 1 month of an uneventful period and you're just like, oh my God, wait, I didn't know my period was coming. My breasts weren't tender. I wasn't crazy and I slept, or I didn't have the pain when it finally came. And so if you're taking turmeric or maca, maybe you're thinking, wow, it worked. So you continue. But over time, the truth is, the effect is going to dwindle, because in the end, you are just chasing the symptom. You read maybe that you have painful periods, so maca is really good for it. And so in the beginning, it will be. but it will taper off because you're chasing the symptom, just like your doctor does with just giving you birth control pills. You never got to the underlying causes and fixing the underlying body systems that are giving you pain. Because if you have painful periods, you have a lot going on in your body. You have at least 4 systems that have been compromised or just need a lot of help. And so the longer you stay on this roller coaster chasing the symptoms, and yeah, it may work. And most of the time people tell me they feel worse after taking certain herbs or supplements, not herbs, certain supplements. It's because we're not addressing it. And the longer we continue to do this, you're doing yourself a disservice. So, today I really wanted to bring your attention to these misconceptions of supplements, because they're not simple. They won't give you that simple solution. They are not safe and they are not natural. And you most likely will be supporting a larger corporation that is really not even involved one iota in healthcare. It's just a business. So they are deriving a lot of these from coal, gases, and petroleum. And also you have to just have buyer beware, and definitely you are not getting down to the root of the problem. And when you have a hormonal imbalance that is affecting your life, don't do yourself that disservice. Step up and ask for help. If you've been disappointed by your OBGYN or your specialist, or you've been down the roller coaster of labs look fine or labs look terrible and now I have this, don't believe that your condition cannot be healed. Just because you might have tried supplementing yourself for years and years and years, and you're at this place where, I've tried the pills and I've tried the supplements and nothing has worked. Everybody's been down that rabbit hole, but I'm here to tell you there are things that work. You just need a strategy and you need some guidance, and you need to stop giving yourself this disservice of thinking you can do it yourself, because we can't do everything by ourselves. And we all need some help, and we definitely all need guidance and mentors. So, step into your power, get off the supplemental roller coaster, and actually, find some guidance. And, there are ways that you can fix and balance out your condition. I don't care how severe you've been told it is. There are ways to balance out your hormones. And it is not just a hormone problem you are dealing with, ladies. It is so many systems off. And it didn't happen when you first got your period. This has been brewing since you were children or beyond. And so if you need some guidance, I am always available for you to give me a call, or I have my scheduler here. Book your consultation. It's free. I craft out a plan for you. I see what you've tried, because I'm always interested in your successes. I want to know what has worked for you and what you continue to need support in. So everybody needs that support. So I know you've tried everything. Don't continue to try everything on your own. Get the help and the support you need. All right. So thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, let me know. Let me know below after this video is published, and I'll be sure to get back to you. If not, schedule your consultation to see what's going on, because if you're truly, truly here to heal your body, it can totally be done in as little as 8 weeks. And I'm here for you. So take care.